Today I will be demonstrating how I use the Axtel magic drawing board in my magic shows. The magic shows are designed for children ages 3 to 6. I think the magic drawing board is a very effective prop. It's available at axtel.com, axtell.com. I start the show by doing different magic tricks with magic wands and so on, and then I tell the children I want to draw them a picture. I say this isn't magic, but I'm learning how to draw pictures, and I want to show them how I draw pictures. So then I bring out the drawing board and I say, this is my drawing board, and what I want to draw for you is a face. So can everyone make a happy face? And they make a happy face, and I say, can everyone make a sad face? And can everyone make a surprised face? Can everyone make a scared face? I do that just because children like making faces. So anyways. Then I say, okay, I think I'll draw a happy face. Can everyone make a happy face again? And so then they all do. And say, okay, so first I'll draw the head. Okay, now I'll draw the eyes. Now I'll draw the mouth. See? Big happy face. And then I say, is anything missing? And so then the children will say ears or nose or something like that. So I say, okay, who wants to draw the ears? And then they'll come up, and so I hold the board down like this, and they'll I give them the marker, and they'll draw the ears. Then typically someone will say hair, someone will say a neck, someone will say a nose, someone will say eyebrows, and if they don't say those items, then I'll suggest them myself. And then I say, okay, so now I'll finish it. Okay, so what do you think of my picture? And we'll say it's okay or something. And I think it's a good picture. What do you think? You think it's good? And at that point they'll say, oh, the eyes are moving. The eyes are, and I'll say, the eyes are moving. Do you mean my eyes are moving? Say, no, the pictures. And I'll say, well, but it can't move. It's a picture. A picture can't move. And they'll say, no, the eyes are moving. I'll say, okay, well, I'll look again. And they say, oh, they're not moving. And then I'll say, oh, do you mean like this? Is this how they're moving? And they'll say, no. And I'll say, okay, well, what we should do is, if you see the eyes moving again, you should say eyes. And then when I hear you say eyes, then I'll look very quickly so I can see them moving. So the first thing we should do is practice. So I'm going to count to 3, and when I say 3, I want you to pretend the eyes are moving. 1, 2, 3, and then they'll start saying eyes, and then of course, oh, eyes. So I'll say, okay, good, and a lot of times the child will say afterwards, no, they really were moving. So then I'll say, okay, well, I'll look again. Are they moving now? And then I'll say, well, I guess they stopped moving, but don't forget, if you see them moving, what do? And then say, eyes. I'll say, okay. And then I'll say, okay, well, I think I might know what happens. When I was in magic school, I brought the drawing board with me, and I showed the magic teacher. And then I remember he made a big smile, and then he asked me to make a big smile, and then he cast his magic wand over the drawing board. So he might have put some magic in the drawing board. can you all make a big smile? And so then they'll make a big smile, like this. And then they'll say, oh, he's smiling, he's smiling. And they'll say, smiling. I thought you said his eyes were moving. They know his eyes were moving. So and they'll say, so it's his mouth that's moving. And then they'll say, eyes, eyes. So, oh no, it is his eyes. And they'll say, no, his mouth. So it's like, okay, everyone make a big smile again. Okay, and then they'll make a big smile. And they'll say, oh, he's smiling. So okay, this time I will look at the board when everyone's smiling. Okay, I did see him smile. He is smiling. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I think it's time to put the board away. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Okay. So then I come back with the board and I say, okay, so everything is erased now, but I think that's what happened. I think some magic did get into the board, and that's why the eyes were moving, that's why the mouth was moving. It's because it must be a magical board now. And then they start saying, oh, the eyes are back, the eyes are back. I said, no, children, I erased the eyes. Everything is gone now. And they'll say, no, it's back. I say, okay, I will look at the board. Do you want me to look at the board? They say, yes. I say, okay, I will look at the board. I don't see anything. And then they'll typically say, okay, well, just keep looking at the board. Keep on. Okay, I'm looking. I'm looking. I don't know, I don't see anything. I don't know, I think the eyes are gone now. They'll say, eyes. Say, children, I just looked at the board. Everything is erased. And okay, children, I'll look again. Do you want me to look again? I say, yeah. Okay, I don't see them. I don't see anything. So, anyways, okay. Anyway, so that's basically that routine. I say, okay, I'll put the board away now. I'll put the board away. So if anyone has any suggestions for me on how to improve the routine, definitely feel free. I used to tell children that I thought there was a ghost in the drawing board, but unfortunately with young children it really can be too scary for them to hear that. So now I tell them that there's some magic in the board. Another good suggestion I heard was that I can start off by drawing other items and having the children guess what the other items are, like drawing a tree or a shoe or something like that, and then drawing the face. But anyways, if you have any suggestions at all, please let me know. Thanks very much. Great.